In any high-paying, high-stress job, it's easy to fall into a bad habit and rely on external substances to either help your performance or take the edge off. Sportsmen are no different, and we count down the top 10 athletes with the drug addiction habits. Number 10, Brett Favre. Former NFL quarterback Brett Lorenzo Favre was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in 1991, eventually traded to the Green Bay Packers in 1992, and in 1996 checked himself into rehab for treatment over Vicodin addiction. Finally opening up about his addiction nearly 20 years later, he was quoted saying, "2 gave me an effect I liked. After a month, 2 didn't do anything. And so I'd take 3 and then 4 and so on. I knew that 15 was hard to come by. A month's prescription is 30 pills or something, depending on what they prescribe for you. And I was going through that in 2 days." Number 9, John Daly. The pro golfer is notorious for his off-course escapades and quirky attire. Earlier in his career, Daly struggled with severe alcoholism, drinking up to a fifth of Jack Daniels in a day. In 2008, he was taken into custody outside a North Carolina Hooters, looking drunk and disheveled. On a positive note, Daly has reportedly been sober ever since. Number 8, Andre Agassi. Agassi was arguably the most prolific tennis player in the early 2000s and is currently the record holder for being the 6th highest earner in tennis behind Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, Sampras, and Murray. In 1997, Agassi failed a drug test, which was later thrown out as he pled ignorance, claiming that his drink had been spiked. Almost 12 years later, Agassi admitted to taking crystal meth willingly in his biography, Open. Number 7, Cris Carter. Former wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, Cris Carter was released from his contract with the team in 1990 due to his addiction to cocaine. The underground drug scene was rampant among sports players in the 1980s, and Carter was unfortunately swept into the frenzy. Thankfully, Carter viewed his being cut from the team as a wake-up call and turned his life around with some help from the Minnesota Vikings, where he went on to have a Hall of Fame career and play until 2001. Number 6, Josh Hamilton. Texas Rangers outfielder Josh Hamilton's first brush with substance abuse was in early 2001, after which his addiction level escalated and he was suspended for 30 days after most likely testing positive for drugs a lot worse than marijuana. Hamilton did not play between 2004 and 2006, but by 2006 he was on the road to recovery, playing well for his new team, the Cincinnati Reds. He was eventually traded to the Texas Rangers, where he won an MVP award. Sadly, in 2015, Hamilton suffered a relapse and was reported to have been abusing alcohol and cocaine during the offseason. Number 5, Dwight Gooden. In 1986, Dwight Gooden became the youngest pitcher to ever start an All-Star game at the age of 21. Unfortunately, in the same year, Gooden also embarked upon a 25-year-long addiction battle against cocaine and alcohol as he was sucked into the rampant party scene of the 1980s alongside his baseball-playing colleague, Darryl Strawberry. Number 4, Paul Gascoigne. Gascoigne rose to fame playing for England in the 1990 FIFA World Cup and then with the Tottenham Hotspurs in '91 when the team won the FA Cup. Gascoigne's career has been marred by his addiction to cocaine and overt reliance on alcohol. In recent years, the player had been coaching, but his mental state has made it impossible for him to continue. After he was last fired from managing Kettering Town in 2005, he has not worked in the sport since. Number 3, Lawrence Taylor. The former Giants linebacker reported that he relied on cocaine in his rookie years and suffered with severe paranoia as a result. Even though he checked himself into rehab after retirement, Taylor has been arrested twice for trying to buy cocaine from undercover cops. Number 2, Doc Ellis. Doc Ellis is famous for pitching a no-hitter in June of 1970 after taking a hit of LSD earlier that day. The baseballer reported to have hallucinated pitching to Jimi Hendrix, who was ready to hit the ball with his guitar. After many years of battling drug and alcohol addiction, Ellis died of cirrhosis of the liver in December 2008 while waiting for a transplant. Number 1, Diego Maradona. This Argentinian football legend, like most other athletes, became addicted to cocaine and reliant on alcohol in the 1980s. In 1991, he was banned for 15 months for testing positive for cocaine. He was rushed to the hospital in 2004 after ODing on cocaine, and after surviving that, in 2007, he was diagnosed with hepatitis due to his drinking. As usual, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more awesome Top 10 clips. We come out with Top 10 videos just for you every week. Be sure to like this clip and leave a comment. Then feel free to go ahead and check out one of our other Top 10 videos that you see on the screen right now. You can also now follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social media platforms.